What's going on, everyone? And today we're doing a casting. So we did a 3v3 tournament. If none of you were aware, it's just, a friendly little competition between us and my Discord. We got Team Hefeflo versus Team Nightcanter. They have their own little team names, but it wasn't really like concrete, so I just decided to name it off of the captains. Each captain is going to be a master's level player, and there's 4 teams. So we tried to make it as fair and even as possible. And so I'm going to be casting the first game, and they're already semifinals because there's only 4 teams. Yeah, I casted this one, and then my my next one. Well, actually, the timing of this video will be already. I'll be in the game already. But for anyone who was wondering, it is on the 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on February 23rd, 2024. And that's the day that I will be doing my tournament. And then sometime next week, we'll be doing a loser's bracket and a final game to see who wins that. If you want to be, or if you want to join these tournaments for the future, we will be holding more. This is sort of like a test, and it was also kind of fun to see what it would be like. But basically, this was a test, and so for the future, there's going to be more rewards. Not the biggest rewards in the world, but, rewards based on 3v3 Joust scrim. So if you'd like to be a part of them in the future, join the Discord in the description down below. But enough said, let's get into the video. Right, so we have Hefe on Cuckoo. I don't actually think it says... Oh yeah, it does on the left and the right. Hefe on the Cuckoo. We got Rob on the Vamana. We got no life or cards on the tier. Very interesting team comps, I gotta say. And we got Nightcanter on the Persephone, Crazy on the Camazotz, and Chalk, or that Lucky on Chalk. Let's actually just go over here in the middle, see what's going on here. I'm starting their blue. Persephone on their blue. So Chalk did opt into a breastplate, I'm assuming. And here we go. Let's get it. Just clearing waves. Looks like blue team does have pressure here. Going straight to purple. Their clear is really good as well, too. Looks like blue team does get the buff, which does mean they get 5 here if they don't die here. Cuckoo is poked out. They're gonna have to play this slow. Definitely have to play this slow, and Cuckoo definitely does dictate that with his tornado. Getting early game poked by the Camo is definitely not the play. Farm is the play, absolutely. Nothing much going on here, but nothing to be expected with this team comp, honestly. And they're opting to back here. Very, very good plays here. Oop, a little bit of lag. You didn't see it. So keep in mind, red buff does come up at 2 minutes. But I think with them coming back, getting full wave here, I don't think they missed a minion. I think Valmana missed maybe 1 minion. Uh-oh. Alright. So, so Vamana did miss a minion there, but I think it should be fine, them clearing that wave right there. This should allow for their team fight to be, or they should have the advantage on their team fight, I do believe. Chalk a little bit out of position here. Cuckoo with the 3, NATO, Chalk's dead. Chalk does seem like he's gonna fall here. There's the Chalk ult. Ooh, Shell. Shell comes through by the Chalk, saves his life. Persephone ult coming in. Don't think he has enough damage. Kama jumps over the wall. Chalk throws his 1 tier. Lives with 1 health. Chalk does have that sustain though, so this does give them a little bit of an edge on red here. It does look like red is going to be going down by the red team. Very close calls. I'm actually surprised that tier got out. Very nice plays by both teams. Keep in mind, Persephone ult is down. Meanwhile, the Cuckoo does have his ult. Tyr is in a little bit of a trouble over here. Chalk's getting destroyed. Cuckoo misses the ult. Chalk, one shot here. Very close to being dead. Ooh, turn around on red team. That's camo ult. Does force the Vamana beat, or the shell. And Nightcanter gets the kill on the Tyr. Persephone with the kill. Nicely done by the red team. A little bit out of position by the blue team. Kind of baited him in there. Cuckoo opting in to get blue so they don't steal it just in case. Yeah, good set of plays by both teams. Yeah, when Chalk was over here, Cuckoo did miss his ult, which would have secured them the first blood. But then kind of got baited over here when they tried to kill the Chalk and ended up paying for it. Camazot's doing what Camazot's does best. Pokes. Does what he wants from the back. So they are giving up purple for wave, which, depending on how you play this, could be good. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do much with that. Yeah, Cuckoo with his clear is kind of just brain dead. Throws out the 3 and then just runs away. Both teams making sure they get both farm. Blue team kind of giving up a lot of farm, I think, here. The Comet, purple, getting baited into that team fight, getting first blood. Red team definitely does have the pressure right now. Keep in mind, though, that the blue team, their team does get online a lot better the later this game goes, in my opinion. Not fighting over Comet was bad. Yeah, they should have fought over Comet. Their minis would have been still there. Minis don't give as much, especially with the pressure that Comet gives. Cuckoo getting poked out heavily. Camo lands 1-2, pushes him out of the fight. Persephone has the beads. Not the best trade, but getting Persephone beads is huge, especially against their team. Persephone ult inbound. Tyr tanks it. Persephone getting in there. Tyr has to force the ult. Chalk comes in. Doesn't look like the communication was there. Seemed like the Chalk and the Camazots came in a little bit later after the Persephone ulted. But does secure them red, which ultimately is a win for red team. But with all their ults down, this is a good time to fight. Persephone aggressively leaps in. Knows that she's pretty safe. Comet is nearly a full wave plus strong early pressure. Absolutely, with the scepter. Looking like an uphill battle for blue team. They do secure second Comet here, though. Those are good builds here, actually. So Chalk actually opts in to go straight into the glyph, into breastplate. Persephone goes to the Deso Rush, a very old tech back in the day, if you remember. Cuckoo opting going in the Book of Thoth. Prophetic on the Vamana. And with these builds, obviously, later this game goes, blue team will have it. So, honestly, the best thing that blue team should, or the best thing that blue team has is to not get snowballed, get buffs, and try to scale as the game goes on. Because Vamana ult, even though he did get nerfed, is super, super aggressive and make a lot of plays. Tyr goes in, catches the Kama, half hits the Kama, leaves. Nice poke on him. Persephone's a little bit out here. Doing scepter damage, knocks up the Persephone. Red team kind of all over the place here. Kind of letting them get a lot of damage on them. Camazot's in the back. Looking for that Cuckoo. But instead is getting poked out by the Vamana. Tyr ults in. Camazot's is in a big trouble. There goes the ult from the Cuckoo. Persephone leaps. Has to force the ult. Tyr is in a lot of trouble. Shell goes down. Cuckoo decides to go for wave. Interesting. Vamana unfortunately does not get the ult off in time to kill that Persephone. Chalk just leaped in. Doesn't get hit by the NATO, which I think saves Chalk's life. Saves Chalk's life. Does force out their shell, though. Chalk being super greedy here. Definitely wants that comment. So is the Persephone. Ego playing here. Definitely ego playing here. Especially with the full wave on them. But at the end, blue team does get that advantage with that kill there. Camazot's in left lane. Needs to be careful. Gets the kill on Chalk. This is Camazot's time to shine. Does he get any of the kills here? Wow. Picks up 2 kills. Persephone and the Camazots. Comes in from left. A little bit greedy on the left team. I'm sorry, on the blue team. Does trade out what they had. A little bit of a lead there. Now, unfortunately, instead, doesn't go for red buff and ends up dying and giving that up for red team. Looks like Camazot's got Chester over there. Crazy set of plays. As you can see on the left, holy Persephone damage. There looks to be like a mid diff here. I'm sorry, a mage diff here. Huge ult F. Yeah, that ult was nice. They still have a lot of ground to pick up. They did have the pressure there, but then gave it up because they were too greedy. Should have just played for the XP, but instead went for the ego plays, and the red team got it because Camazots did come back and live. Blue is up for the blue team, as well as the red team. Persephone solo clearing the wave. Doesn't actually give a lot of XP to the teammates. Chalk in the left, warding Bull Demon at 9 minutes in. Nothing much going on. Comment in at red. Cuckoo might be in a little bit of trouble here. Camazotz leaps in, knows his ult is up, gets punished for it, has to burn his beads. Tyr kind of alone here. Persephone can't really ult from that angle though. Vamana's zoning out the Persephone. Tyr is in a lot of trouble. Up, downs. Doesn't get anyone there. That's the ult on Vamana. Vamana has forced to ult out to live. Very nice plays by both teams. Being the Kama beads, Persephone ult. Unfortunately, I think the red team did get the better part of that. But with Cuckoo on their team, they can kind of just clear wave. Cuckoo's getting poked out. Camazotz goes in. Misses the 2. Hits the 1. Ends up killing him. Fearless is the Camazotz in his ult. There's the Kama ult and Chalk shell that saves him. Vamana going in. Tyr blinks. Misses the Fearless. Unfortunate. Now, they're in a little bit of a position. Did he just ward? He just did the fucking slow ward. The proximity ward. He just proximity warded them. I didn't even see that. That's kind of funny. Seems to be, yeah, a little bit of a mid diff here with the Persephone doing 3 times the amount that Hefe's Cuckoo is doing right now. Crazy targeting. Hefe so hard. It's hilarious. I mean, I know Crazy said, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah, Camazotz is the best assassin right now, and you're seeing it now, especially with Persephone on their team. It's super, super hard to do much of anything. Cuckoo is trying to steal red, a little bit aggressive. They do not capitalize on that Cuckoo being out of position. Blue team has a lot of ground to cover, in my opinion. They're going to have to try and get buffs here. Their road to victory is trying to poke out the enemy team while being safe and getting buffs. Try not to get killed, because that's just going to spell the game with the amount of pressure they have. Like I said, them not getting this buff. Let's see if they get it. No, unfortunately. Tyr jumps over the wall. Misses the Fearless. A net gain for red team. There goes the Persephone ult. Misses the Cuckoo. Cuckoo has the beads out to make sure he doesn't get entrapped by it. Tyr zoning out the Persephone. Persephone jumps in. Chalk 1 health. This is their time, I believe. This is the time they should be going in here. A little bit scared. It is basically a 2v3 with the Chalk out of the fight, but they don't do much with it, unfortunately. Not a lot of setup from the blue team. Their setup kind of heavily relies on the Tyr knocking up, blink, stuff like that. But Mana doesn't really have much CC, so... Although they could have capitalized off that position, not a lot of CC to do that. That's why I say Double warrior is good if your second warrior has a lot of CC, like a Horus or a Shiva. Fortunately, they don't get too much off there. Getting a little bit of pressure doesn't do much of anything when you lose your blue. Looking like they're going to go for the backs here. Me and Sarah both agree you're a great caster. Keep it up. Appreciate it. I took that pretty... Yeah, Crazy definitely fucking... Crazy wants that ass on fucking Hefe. But as you can see, the Persephone getting all the XP from Wave by himself actually allows him to kind of carry the game here with 15,000 damage on the board. Has a 3-level lead on the Vamana. Vamana is missing a lot of the Wave XP here. He's not able to do much. On top of the nerf to him is going to be a little bit tough here. Now has a 4-level lead on the Vamana. Persephone can kind of do whatever the hell he wants to Vamana. Go Phoenix had 10 minutes to go Hefe. That was most personally... Yeah, I know. He's going to fucking rub that in his face, bro. Let's look at the builds here. So Kama going into the Jotun's rush into the Hydras. Persephone going into the Staff of Mirrodin. Very good choice with double flat pen. Doing a fuck ton of damage to Cuckoo. Cuckoo's kind of poked out here. They need to be careful. They can dive this. Tyr blinks in, gets the Fearless. Persephone ults the Tyr. Tyr still carrying his ult. Waits till the last minute to pop it. And this does look like they're going to have a lot of damage on the tower, although Cuckoo does clear so well. Cuckoo, Tyr, and Vamana very low. Tyr trying to get some sustain on the blue. Does look like Kama's just going to have... Or Kama's just going to be able to solo this buff. Tyr is definitely greeting for that. Ends up backing up. Cantor is hooping right now. Cantor got the 20k. Holy mage diff. Yeah, this is the one thing that their team doesn't want, is to get snowballed heavy like this, because there's a lot of not great potential to come back. Yeah, Persephone's ego playing them because she just doesn't fear them. They're not able, they don't have the levels, and they don't have a team to capitalize on that Persephone. Tyr, Fearless is the Kamazots into it. Kama forced to ult, Shock forced to ult. Blue team disengages, takes their small wins there. Looking to see if they can stop people's back here. Persephone greeting that back, but she does feel like she can do whatever the hell she wants. She has been doing that the entire game. Tyr looking like he wants to steal that that blue from the Camazons, trying to get even on that. Although I think they did steal. It'll be the second time they stole their blue, so not exactly even, but yeah, blue team's just gonna have to turtle up and farm if they want to get to this late game. Being aggressive or trying to defend in these instances is going to be kind of hard for them if they're not in their tower. Cuckoo up far, catches the Kama with the 3. Red team can't really do too much. This is exactly why they're stalling the game in mid with no tower or Phoenix play, just because the Cuckoo does 3. Didn't have a lot of chance to get Bull Demon. Does look like they're doing that now, though. With them backing, this does spell a great chance of getting Bull Demon here. Comes out to wards. What type of ward is that? Is that a... I don't think it's just a regular ward. Bull Demon down already at half. Raven wards to secure. Vamana coming in from the back. Oh! They came in from the right. I didn't even see that. Look at them coming from the back. Vamana does have ult here. I gotta... Let me turn around this way. It's actually kind of hard to see. Here's coming in. Cuckoo at tower. Cuckoo does get caught out and does get soloed. Sorry for the camera angle. It looks like they're just chasing them down. What was a small victory from getting them off that Bull Demon turned into Cuckoo greeting for the tower and actually dying there, which actually should secure them this tower if they play it correctly. Persephone in the tower. Persephone looking for the kill on the Vamana. Doesn't quite get it. Tyr still trying so hard to keep this tower alive. And I think he does end up doing that. Misses the Fearless on the Persephone, which probably would have killed her, or at least forced the beads. She still does have beads up. But Mana coming back at full health should be able to defend this tower pretty easily, actually. So although the Cuckoo did die... Ooh, Persephone is super greeting to the max. Tear blinks in, doesn't quite have it, does the damage, forces the Aegis for nothing. Does he get it? He does shut down Nightcanter. That's a huge kill on Tear. May have to ult out. Perfectly played by the Tear. Gets out and actually does get this tower. Chalk and Camazotz are definitely not going to be able to defend this. If they do, they might end up dying here. Chalk ults, gets the Tear. Tear forces it in. Camazotz jumps over. Solos the Tear with the Kama ult. Persephone and Chalk are down for 40 to 30 seconds here. It is a 2v1. Not much can get done. Kama looking for that Cuckoo, looking for that Hefe ass here. Mamana's still down a lot. Camazotz ends up, red team ends up securing that. Cuckoo going for the Bull Demon play. Goes straight to it. They can't do much of anything to this. Camazotz is already back up. Half health with barely any mana. This should be a free Bull Demon King for the blue team. What a turntable. How the tables have turned with Persephone. Like I said, ego playing, being super greedy. The Tear gets him down, kills him, secures him tower and Bull Demon King, and the pressure is back on blue team. This is exactly what they wanted. They wanted to wait till late game. Getting one kill in the Persephone kind of screws them over with him being so fed and having so much of the damage on them. Yeah, this is not looking good for the red team currently. Tornado dropped on the Kama, doing a little bit of damage here. Persephone jumps out. Doesn't have the jump. Tear luck saw that and trying to go in. Doesn't get too much off of that. They're going to have to play this slow. Chalk 2's in. Super greedy plays. Chalk 2's in again. Fearless on the Tear. Cuckoo ults the Chalk. Still knock-up immune, I believe, within that. Still half hits him. Kama is super out of position. This should be a free kill on the Kama. Forces his ult? No, it does not. Lamana ults, chasing down the Persephone. Persephone does look like she's going to get out. But this does seem like a good play to get this tower. Cuckoo does have poly, so this should be a free Phoenix. Tear zoning out the Camazotz. Persephone looking for that kill. Super out of position. Gonna have to 3 away to not die. And that gives them the Phoenix for free. And it looks like they're not greeting for it. They are playing a lot safer. And they're actually gonna back up, take their wins, get some buffs, get to level 20. See if they can't get that Cuckoo to level 20 and get that alternate timeline. Damn, what a comeback from blue team, I gotta say. They are greeting here, though. They are back full health. They should not have done this. Chalk does ult. Camazotz jumps in. Tear's in a little bit of trouble. Persephone ult goes down. Misses! Completely misses. Which does shut down their potential to do anything here, I believe. Cuckoo's just going to 3 the wave, going to end up backing up, and that goes their pressure. Not going to be able to do too much with that. They get Comet. Persephone does have alternate timeline on his back. Cuckoo should have alternate timeline as well. And it's actually, as much as the gold doesn't say it, they're actually pretty even on the XP. Chog, let's look at the builds here. Chog does go for a Jotuns here. Interesting play. And then Hydra. So Chog is very squishy. Super squishy. Vamana going into that Berserker Shogun's hastened, as he usually does. And Cuckoo going that Heavy Pen Poly Soul Reaver mana build. Tear blinks in, doesn't get the Fearless. He's out of position. Not too much on that, unfortunately. Chalk does 2 in. He's super out of position. Vamana goes in. There's the Cuckoo ult. Misses. Vamana's actually kind of soloing this Persephone. Vamana goes in. Doesn't have anything up. Vamana is just going to kill the Persephone. There goes the Aegis. Vamana is actually in trouble now. He actually got baited. Very nicely done by the red team. Good ult on the... Or good Aegis on the Persephone. They're still low, so they do have to be careful. Camazotz is Going to go in. Aegis is a little too late. Misses the 2. Oh my god. And he gets, unfortunately, shut down by the Camazotz. This should be a tower and maybe Phoenix. They are a little bit low. Tyr does have to be careful. There is no minion waves, and they do have fire minions up at their Titan, so not going to be able to do too much here with that, actually. And in fact, they don't lose their tower. This does mean that they're going to have to fight for fire here. As much as the mistakes are on the blue team, the red team isn't capitalizing as well as they did early game, with fire minions being kept back there at their Titan, not able to get anything off this. Vamana is up in 1 second. Tyr is going in here. This might actually give them the tower because he did not clear the wave, and Tyr might actually die here. Tyr has to beads, jumps out. Vamana eats it. Camazotz going in, ends up getting the kill on Tyr. Super good plays by the Camazotz. Camazotz going to retreat after that. Bull Demon play is up. It is a 3v2 currently. Doesn't look like they're going to do that. They're going to take their small wins, not get too greedy here, and just get buffs here. With Cuckoo having a really good secure, this is kind of greedy by the blue team. Mana goes in. I don't know about this play. Yeah, and they quickly realize that that's not the best play. And that forces the Vamana ult. Vamana ult isn't going to be up for a little while. Cuckoo having the back. No wards up on the map, which is surprising. Very surprising. Ooh, Cuckoo doesn't actually go into the alternate timeline. He actually goes into Pendulum of the Aegis. Persephone still got that 33k damage, baby. Looking at the Bull Demon. Raven Ward goes out by the Chalk. Cuckoo by himself. Very bad position. Gets poked out by the Kama. Kama has a really good build. Can do what the hell he wants while being tanky with that gauntlet. Camazotz jumps in with no fear. He's gonna have to... He does have his ult, so not too scared here. He is by himself, though. Persephone ult goes down, misses completely. Cuckoo's in a little bit of trouble by the Persephone. Persephone misses everything but her dash. Could have been a free kill on the Cuckoo if he would have hit those abilities. Cuckoo gonna have to back here. Vamana and Tyr fighting above their Phoenix. Taking what seems to be not needed poke. But Persephone is backing. Nothing much going on here. Basically at a lull because, unfortunately... Ooh, good damage by the Cuckoo. Chalk is in a huge amount of trouble. Cuckoo whiffs the ult. Camazotz is zoning for his Chalk, although I don't know why the Vamana was scared there. Cuckoo can take care of his own. Vamana is getting destroyed, or he's destroying the Chalk. Camazotz goes into... Oh, the tornado doesn't go in the Chalk. Chalk lives. Tyr and Camazotz going in. Persephone ends up dying, or killing the Vamana. Chalk... I'm sorry, Tyr ends up... Oh my god! Nightcanter solos FA with the Persephone. That damage is nutty with the Staff of Mirrodin. Double flat pen, Soul Reaver, Ob Shard. And that does mean that Cuckoo and Vamana are down for a while. Tyr looking to solo. Does a decent amount of damage. Unfortunately, Persephone jumps in. Let's see, Tyr does have a decent amount of cooldown. He does have 30%. This should just be a free fire. Yeah, should just be a free fire. Unfortunately, the Chalk lives with 1 health. That would have been a huge kill and would have turned a lot of things there if he would have gotten that. You're getting destroyed by the Persephone. Trying to save this tower, but with Camazotz getting the Bull Demon King, they're going to be able to walk in here without any trouble. Vamana is back. Cuckoo's going to be back right away. This is going to be a hard team. It's going to be hard to siege into the blue team as Cuckoo can just clear wave. Chalk does have Blink. The Blink... Red team's going to have to pay attention to the Chalk Blink if they are doing what I think they're going to do, which is I'm assuming Chalk's going to leave room or blink in ult which should give them his backline enough time to take the Phoenix if played correctly. Cuckoo and Vamana, they do want to make sure they clear this wave so they don't have any type of wave pressure going into their Phoenix. Camazot's lagging behind. Cuckoo tornadoing over the wall, knows that he's there with that ward up in there. Doesn't end up tagging anybody with that. Does tag the Persephone with the 1. Ob shard on that 1 does a fuck ton of damage. Persephone sustaining in the back with their flowers. Trying to get some poke over the wall. Doesn't quite get it. Red team's gonna have to be super careful. The amount of damage that Cuckoo does, it could just be GG. There's the Chalk ult, like I was saying. Ults in, gets the beads Aegis on Cuckoo. Camazot's perfectly ults the Cuckoo. This should give enough pressure to get the Phoenix by red team. Bamana over here trying to 1v2. It doesn't quite do it yet. Tyr ults in, gets the fearless or the ult on him. Ooh, Camazot's is low, forced to burn the beads on the Kama, but Camazot's just lives all the time. There's the Tyr blink. Persephone ults in. Cuckoo and Vamana not coming to save the Tyr. Tyr ends up getting soloed by the Persephone. And it looks like they're going to trade kills here with the Cuckoo. Camazot's is low. Persephone is out of position. Hits the 1 poly. Basically 75%. Persephone looks like it might be the end for her here. Doesn't have anything up. Ult down. Cuckoo does just opt for the wave. Tries to get that clear off. Trying to see if he can get that kill on the Persephone. So close to being dead, but of course the alternate timeline on the Persephone comes in clutch. Knowing that he's going to live, ends up getting the 2-piece with the Camazots coming back. Very greedy plays by the blue team. And this does look like it might be GG's here. Chalk is down, Persephone is low. But with Fire Wave coming in, it does look like it is just going to be a GG for the red team. MVP goes to Persephone because that man played almost flawlessly, except for the ego plays. But, I mean, he didn't have anything to be scared for, so I respect it. Persephone damage diff, I gotta say. Holy shit. GG's. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. MVP Kama. Kama was playing decently. Was getting caught by that tier a decent bit, but Kama is so easy to just fucking beads, ult, jump, does whatever the hell he wants. That damage by Nightcanter is disgusting. Holy. And that Persephone, that alternate timeline comes in so clutch. If Cuckoo picked up the alternate timeline, that fight may have been a little bit different. Still think he probably would have died, but GG's. All right, Marty going to... Marty's build is probably going to be very similar to how it's always been. I do have pressure first, which is very interesting. Going right for purple again. Let's see if they can actually get it this time. Oh, no, they did get it. They did get purple last time. That's right. Triple knockup by the Shiva. Holy. Ares in a little bit of a trouble here. Oh my, the damage on them forces their ult, or forces the shell on the red team early. Ares is kind of far up for what they can do here. Shiva looking like he's going to go in here, and that does spell first blood for blue team. That Ares was super far up. Yikers, yes. Oh, okay, so Hefe is actually on the Ares. I thought he was going to be on the Kabrakan. Okay, so Ares, or Hefe was on the Ares. This does give them level 5, and the pressure already on blue, which is not good, especially with their team comp for red. Very good for the blue team. Blue team getting all their XP, getting level 5 most likely off of this. Or very close to it. Yep, Karen gets level 5 off of that. Next wave should be good for all of them. Actually, they get actually should be able to get all 5 here. Yeah, too far up. There's the Charon ult. Charon ult onto the Ares. Kabrakan peels for the bag. Very nicely done by the Kabrakan. I'm already trying to hit that root. Yeah, red team's gonna have to just concede. They lost one team fight in which they should have just like waited. This is the thing about this team comp is you gotta wait for this team to get online. Early game with 2 Guardians, they're squishy on top of the fact that, you know, Hunters don't do good damage early game. And you have to pick specific. Look at that. Look at that silence by Charon. Oh, Charon gets in here. Ults off the Charon. Gets the kill on the Charon. Very nicely done. It actually gets the Marty ult without anyone dying. Instantly backs. This does give blue team red, but in my opinion, I think that was a very good kill. Very nicely timed, with the Charon ult being down, knowing he didn't have beads. And the cherry on top was that Marty ult, because now, with them knowing that he doesn't have his ult up, they can try to get his beads. Could try to get his beads. But as the game goes on, the amount of cooldown that Marty's going to have is going to make it to where his ult's going to be always up, so that's going to be a little bit scary. Huge, and Hunter was the one who got the kill. Exactly. The Hunter getting that kill is 100% good for red. Hachi going into the Griffin Wing start, it is a bit of a crutch, especially against their team. This does delay red team's damage even more, not going straight into an Aussie, into an Exy, for example. Because at this point, if he's going to have to go Aussie, he's not going to get Exy until 4th item in, if you're counting the starter. So that will be a bit of a misplay, in my opinion, depending on what they go next. But ended up getting purple. Not doing bad. Not doing bad. Basically even. A little bit off on gold, but, you know, basically even. Just playing it safe. Charon is in... he's invisible. They don't know he's there. Still don't know he's there. Now they know they're there. Now they know. Aren't you getting poked out by the Charon? That's not going to be good. Let's look at the Charon build, actually. So Charon just going into a gauntlet. Ooh, Shiva going into a little bit of damage here with the Jotun's rush. I like it. We have been seeing a lot of Jotun rushes on some of the warriors, Nike being one of them. Just getting farm at this point. Red team just needs to be careful. Meanwhile, blue team's gonna have to try and push that pressure, making sure that they have their beads and their ultimates up. Looks like there's gonna be another pause here. Victory for red team is constantly having pressure, making sure they have their relics up. Against that Ares Cabrakan combo is gonna be a little bit hard to go into if you don't have it, which is exactly why that Charon died there. But if they make sure they have their ults up, play off red team, they should be good to go. And wouldn't you know it, fucking Charon having top fucking damage here. So many wards and mana core grass is OP. Oh, true. I didn't even think about that. Proximity wards go hard against Marty. Actually punish him to go into the grass. So Shiva playing back. I'm wondering if something happened here, because Shiva is not up there. Are they sure they just... Did they mean to not pause here? Doesn't look like the Shiva's even playing. There's the Shiva. Ooh, Hachi, aggressive ult goes in. I don't know about that play. Has to force the Aegis on the Hachi. Very good for the blue team. Looks like they're gonna pressure out the wave. They get this comment. Secures the comment. Red team does secure it. One of the biggest targets for red, I think. Red team is probably going to be that Shiva. Shiva being very squishy might be the play, honestly. Marty's going to be super hard to get, or it's going to be super hard to get. Both of these teams actually, I think, have a really solid late game. I think blue edges it out more, though. Having a full built Marty is going to be super scary to go into. So it looks like Hachi actually is not going into any of the items I thought he was going to go into. It looks like he's going into a dominance. Skipping out on the auto, or the lifesteal from auto attack item like Aussie. Marty again, stealing all the waves here. Like the Persephone last game, just getting fed, which honestly isn't the worst tactic, as it did allow them to get a lot of pressure last game. Sort of getting in a pickle here. They probably should have just collapsed on the Shiva. Collapsing on that Shiva right there would have actually been perfect. There goes the Charon all on the Kabrakan. Hachi is nowhere to be seen. Where the fuck is Hachi? Very good. Very good to get the Charon ult by the red team, so that's actually nice by them. A little poke on the Ares. Yeah, collapsing on them in that jungle on that Shiva actually probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. With Charon ult being down, he does have to be careful seeing he doesn't have beads, so he could die at any moment if they are close to tower with the Ares ult up. Dom into an unbuilt Thebes and a Jotuns is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they make it work. Shiva's arguing with his mom or something. Yeah. Gotta be. So looks like they're gonna be going for red. Shiva is a little out of position here. Goes in for the Shiva, misses the stun on the Cav, makes it to where Shiva actually hits his ult off. Kind of free casting on the Shiva in the back. There's the Ares ult. Gets the kill on the Shiva. Ares in a lot of trouble here. He's gonna have to... yeah, he ends up dying for it. Gets the Marty's beads. 2 for 2 trade. Not the worst. Not the best. I don't know who got red here. No one got red. Red's still up. Taking a lot of damage from the Marty. For the Marty. And that does... I'm sorry, how did he get that shield? He's not building anything with shields. I don't know how he got that shield. Oh, Charon. I'm dumb. Charon too. Shiva is super far down on levels. This could spell disaster. If they just keep killing the Shiva, might end up having a 3v2 throughout the entire game. Shiva not being a part of these waves is really making it to where he's not getting as much XP as he should be. Marty's getting fed, which honestly is probably their game plan here. Marty having top damage. So Hachiman did go into a dominance. Seems like he's going to go into a Xe next item. Does mean that he doesn't have Aussie for this, and obviously, you know, items on Marty is Marty items. There's the Ares ult. Ares ult on the Shiva. Blocks off with a Kabrakan ult. Does Shiva get out? Shiva gets out. There goes the Charon ult. Kind of getting baited. Hits all three of them. Hachi goes down by the Marty. Charon 2 with the shell. This isn't looking good for the red team. This is not looking good for the red team. Not being able to get that kill on the Shiva was super unfortunate. At this point in the game, I don't think it's worth to kill that Shiva anymore. And probably gonna have to play on the back foot. 10 minutes in and this Marty is level 15. Ares in a lot of trouble, ends up dying. Very greedy plays. Kabrakan ends up dying here too, most likely. Yep, the horrific on the Kabrakan. Kabrakan trying his best to live here. Juking, ends up getting the kill on the fucking Shiva. Hachiman is back, going to be able to clear out the wave, and actually stalls enough time to where they can save the tower, most likely. Let's see what the Charon and the Marty do here. Marty trying to get some damage on him. Fully stacked Soul Reaver and Transcendence. 11 minutes in on the Marty. Marty has a lot of power now. You can see that in the player damage too. Spiked 3k. 3k damage with that. There is a ward on the Hachiman placed a ward on both pieces of grass there for the Marty. And this is exactly how I thought blue team was going to play into this. Their team is just too disgusting, and with them not red team not playing safe enough to where they don't die, does mean they get pressure from, or red team or blue team does get pressure, which means they're on the back foot a lot of the time. Game isn't over, though. Catches his dash with the Ares. Kraken coming in from the left, doing a little bit of damage. Not going to be able to do too much. There goes the Charon ult. Kraken in a lot of trouble here. I think he just is going to end up dying here to the Marty ult. There's the Ares ult in the tower. Actually works to their benefit, getting them closer to him. And down goes the team. Triple kill with the Marty, man. Jesus. This might just end up... No, it's not game yet. That is definitely Phoenix, but... Holy Marty damage. Holy Marty damage, baby. Oh, looks like they're trying to do some damage here. Maybe damage check, maybe get a little bit of damage. What the fuck? Oh, that ship has a lot of attack speed. I was like, what the fuck's going on there? Yeah, snowballed too hard. I don't think this game is winnable anymore. They're gonna have to play off of their mistakes at this point. They're too far down with this map having so much snowball on it. You can see that the Marty being 5 levels up on the Ares. Even after that wave, still level 13. They're just going to have to play very extremely passive. They're going to have to defend. They're going to have to wait for them to make a mistake, which they may not do anyways. That's the problem with the snowball on this map. Their only chance really is to kill that Shiva. Shiva is super underleveled here. Joust should have done a background check on Nightcanter. No, Canter is no, he's definitely he was GM at one point, so I think the cooldown and Relic Dagger would be good for Ares, yeah. What is the Ares build actually? Mystical Mail goes hard, especially on Ares with his passive and everything. Relic Dagger does do wonders there actually. Especially on Ares, yeah. Sands a time into probably a... Well, you see the Kraken with Gauntlet, so... Alright, Marty is soloing the Bull Demon King, just playing it safe. They're doing it a little bit earlier than what you really want to. You want to make sure you try and do the Phoenix a little bit later, but with the amount of pressure that they have, I mean, XP is honestly the best thing they get from that. The best thing that Red Team can do at this point is just kill Wave and try to defend Titan. Genjis instead of Shoguns. Shoguns is for the Hachi man, so... Going after that Shiva, doing some poking, going back. There's the Charon ult. Skabraken forced to shell. Doing a lot of damage to the Titan. I'm gonna try to end out this game right away. Shiva is low. They could actually get a kill here. Perfect ult by the Kraken. Ares ends up holding the Charon, doesn't get in. Kraken going in for the Charon. Marty still has full health and more. Free casting from the back. Getting that kill on the Shiva is their best way back into this game. Kraken going in. Trying to see if they can't get anything off, but with a full damage Marty poking from the distance and a full health Charon. Can't do much. At this point, Red Team should just get buffs and go from there. Blue Team needs to reset. Blue Team just needs to reset most likely, although they can ego play this if they would like. Red Team is super low. They could make a play off this, but they'd rather play safe. Bull Demon is still on their Phoenix. It's going to be down a little bit, though. Phoenix should be back up, and Bull Demon is down. That is the play, or that is the risky play. Getting Bull Demon that early is like that. They played super aggressive, when I don't think they really should have, but... Red Team back in the game with Phoenix back up, or at least semi back in the game. You know, they still got a long way. They gotta get to 20. They are 1 to 2 items down right now on the enemy team. Nightcanter on the Marty and Crazy on the Charon is paying dividends for that fucking damage here. Hachiman runs away. With Marty having upgraded Bluestone, it's kind of, yeah, good luck. Honestly, they could just, yeah, Shiva blinks in, doesn't get anything off. Charon going in, hits all 3 of them. Ares hits the Charon. That should be a free Phoenix or blue team. Kraken ults in on the Charon, doesn't do anything for it. Shiva blinking in secures on that Phoenix. With double tank, you can do things like that. Back to square one. Bull Demon going to be up here soon. They're just going to go ahead and back here. Not much you can do here with the Shiva being super low. Red team does have a decent fight into this if they ever end up getting some damage off, but at the same time, Marty has beads, ult, and everything up, free casting from the back. Not much you really can do. Basically 2v3ing with this team comp. Super hard to go into here. Fire minions going in, they can essentially just 2v3 this. Ares needs to back up here. He's gonna die unless he does back up. Look at that damage on just one ability with Marty. Charon poking from the back. Forces the Hashi to retreat. Shiva's back here. Doesn't look good for the red team. They have a fire wave in, and all of them are half health with Charon poking heavy in the back. Charon ulting into the Ares, Kraken, and there goes the Ares. Marty ult into the Kraken. And triple kill on the Nightcanter on the Marty again, and that spells GG. Easy GG's for the blue team. Nightcanter diff. Stop this man! Stop this man! 2-0 for the blue team, and that ends the tourney. They go on to the second round where it'll be either me or Big Bird's team, and fighting into that Nightcanter is going to be super rough. Going to be fun though. Going to be fun as hell.